So the question is, how many more full payments will you need to make? Well, you should all have your TVM going. So our interest rate, I don't remember what it was, sorry. 10.5, right. So our interest rate was 10.5. Our present value was 1454.54. Our payment is negative 150. Our future value is 0. I think it was 12 and 12, wasn't it? No, 12, 2. 12, 2, and end. So use your calculator. Mine's such a piece of crap, ladies and gentlemen. You can all fill this in now. I'm not going to bring mine up on the screen. Everyone's all right with that, yeah? So get out your calculator, get it going, and find out what the answer is. And what do you get? Ten point 10.17, right? So this is where finance gets a little tricky, because they don't like this. They don't want you left with a fraction of a payment. It's a pain. So you can see by reading this, we have 10 full payments left. But that still will not pay off the loan, will it? Okay. So what banks do, or not just banks, lending institutions, because you can borrow money from places that aren't banks. What happens here is you have 9 full regular, and please highlight, capitalize, do something with the word regular payments. And then your 10th payment is a full payment plus the extra. And this is what we call this is what we call a balloon payment. Okay? Now, we're going to work that out here in D. All right? And it's slightly more complicated than you would think. You would think that all you would have to do is multiply your 150 payment, right, by 10.17. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Right? We all agree. And that would give us a number, and that's what we should have to pay for these payments, right? That's not how it works. Because if you do that, the bank loses a bit of interest. Everybody understand? And banks are not in the interest of losing any amount of money. Right? So there's a special way that we work this out, which we're going to do in a minute. I got the order here wrong. This should have been C and this should have been D, but whatever. We'll sort that out in a second. This is a new word for us, finance charge. Some of you may know what it is, some of you may not. What do you think it is? If I charge you something, what do I do? I take money from you. Excellent. Okay. So what do you think a finance charge is? Interest, right? You're close, because there's more to it than that. Interest is part of it. How much money did this guy need to buy the car? $5,700, right? Is he paying back $5,700? No, he's paying back significantly more, yes? Everything extra is the finance charge. Okay? And it's more than just interest. For example, this balloon payment is going to be different, right? It's not just based on the interest. For example, there may be a fee associated with taking the loan, right? They may say, okay, you're going to pay back with interest, but we're also going to charge you $100 for the privilege of doing this with us. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the finance charge is always, and we've talked about this already, I haven't used this word for it yet, equals the amount you pay minus the amount you borrow. Now, what factors into the amount you pay? Interest, fees, all right, everything like that. This is all your extras. So in this case, it's going to be all the stuff we paid, which is everything we've been working on in this question. So part A, part B, part D, right? All added up, minus 5,700. Everybody cool? All right. Now let's show you how to find this last payment. Because this is the last thing I'm going to do today, and then you guys are going to be working for a little while. It's a short day. You'll get TVM practice right now, okay? So let's go right here. How much is that last payment? Okay, how many payments has our dude made? He made 3 years worth of payments. That's 36, yes? Everyone agrees? Okay. Then he made 9 more full payments, yes? So how many payments is that total? 45. So we know the dude made 45 payments. At what cost? What was his interest? 10.5. The present value. What's going here? What did he start at? It hasn't changed yet. How much money did the dude borrow? Go for Myers. No.
36 payments.
Yeah, I'll sit here.
The last one is going to be a little bit
36
more.
plus 9.
Yes.
Yep. But what did we start with? How much did dude borrow? Because we're trying to find out that last payment, right? Mm-hmm. So we got to go to what we started from. What was his payment? Negative 150. Right? Future value. Now, we're having 12 to end. Now, what's the problem with filling it out that way? Pardon me? Future value is where 0 is, right? Because we know 45 payments isn't covering it all, is it? Right? So here is where we alpha enter it. So what do you get? Sorry, what was that, Sarah? Negative 173.40, right? Because it's 40 cents. We round up to the cent, yeah? Okay. So what's his final payment have to be? What is that 46th payment going to be? this, right? Because that's what he's got to finish off. Slightly bigger. That's why they call it a balloon payment. Everybody cool?
So the calculator already does it for you. I thought we were supposed to get the 0.17 and multiply it by the actual.
No, that's what I'm telling you. You could do it that way. You would think that would be how you would do it. But that screws over the interest slightly. Okay? Everybody cool? Now, you guys tell me what the finance charge was. You got to figure that out for yourself. Who has an answer for me? Anybody? Right. $1,223.40. Now, again, it comes back to what do you wish to do? Is having that car right away worth $1,223 to you? Or do you save up and buy it all at once? Ride the bus for a couple of years? Your choice. Everybody understand? Does everybody understand the balloon payment thing? That's tricky, right? Because it's not what you want to do. The first time I was doing this, back in the day, I said, well, why wouldn't you just do 150 times 10.17, right? And that 17 would figure it out right there. Right? That's the number of full payments that was left. This was the question mark here. Because we knew we were paying, we knew we had $1,454 left after we made 36 payments. So our current present value was that, and we were shooting for 0. So we needed to make 10.17 payments. Everybody good? All right. Before I completely shut up, I want to work through 26 with you, and then 27, you just saw the answer flashed up there. But we'll do that, and then I'm going to shut up and let you guys work. So notice I haven't put all the stuff down the side here, right? You guys can figure that out. So the question is, how long will it take to pay off the loan? So do we know our N? Do we know our N? Do we know how long we're paying? No. Everything else we know. So let's go. Our interest rate, we've got that, 9.8. Our present value, how much did the guy get from the bank? 17,280. Positive or negative? Positive. But does it really matter? As long as one's positive and one's negative, we'll get the right answer, yeah? Payment, what's dude paying? Negative 500 because it's going out of his pocket. What's he shooting for? Zero. He's trying to pay off his boat. Payments per year. How many times he paying it? 12. What's his compounds per year? When is that bank compounding? Compounding monthly. And it's at the end because of course it's a loan. So punch all that in and get me this answer and then tell me what the problem is. What do we get here? Pardon me? 40.77. So what's the problem? There's going to be leftovers, yes? So this means a balloon payment. How many regular payments? No. 39 regular. And 1 balloon. Now, how do we work out that balloon payment? We have all the answers, don't we? What is our new N for the balloon payment? He's made 39 payments. Our interest is still 9.8. Our present value is still 17,280. Our payment is still minus 500. Our future value is what we don't know. 12, end. What is our balloon payment? So let's set it up. 39. $876.13, right? So he's got 39 regular payments that cost how much? What are his regular payments? 500. Plus the balloon payment, which is what? Equals, plus the balloon payment, which equals 876.13. So what did the dude pay for his boat? Pardon me? That's just the finance charge, right? 39 times 500. He paid 19,500. Oh, that should have been red. Paid 19,500. Right? Then we add in the balloon payment for what was his total. Total paid equals 19,500 plus 876.13 is 20,376.13. And how much did he borrow? Total paid minus borrowed, which was 17,280, to get a total of, to find his finance charge to be, what was it? Somebody again? Sorry. $3,096.13. How long will it take to pay off the boat? 40 months. 39 regular months and a 40th that's a balloon. Everybody got it? Okay, the tricky part's the balloon payment, but if you set it up, then it's easy, right? Now, my answers are on the next page. You guys turn the page over and tell me what's going to happen to poor Jack over here when he borrows some money. It's an easy question. I'm just looking for the interest rate. Don't say it out loud. Just try and work it out. Somebody should have it by now. There's the numbers. What did Jack pay in interest or as a rate? It's pretty darn high. 16.7? That's not what I have. So I better check because I trust you. Does anybody have something else?
24.
24.13, that's what I had. What happened there, Sarah? Did you forget to change something to quarterly or, yeah? Yeah, 24.13%, which is pretty crazy high, right? He must have either had very bad credit or needed to do those home improvements right away, so he couldn't shop around. Or the other thing, and this is something you guys should know as well, and I forgot to tell you this. Another thing that happens is I've danced around this issue a bit. That's not a very big monthly payment if you have a decent job, is it? No, it's not bad at all. One of the ways these people get you that have high interest rates, they offer you low payments for a longer period of time. And you think you're in good shape because you're not paying very much, right? But really, look at this. This dude is paying 24%. That's almost a quarter more on the loan. Right? So that's another thing you have to be wary of as you get older and you get into the possibilities of borrowing money. Do not be seduced by the low monthly payments. Many of you see car commercials, yes? And they talk about the payments. Now, when I was a kid, the car commercials had the payments for the month. When I bought my last car, they were advertising the payments bi-weekly. So what it would look like on the screen was this. There'd be this big explosion, and in the middle, it would say $119. And down here in tiny, tiny print, bi-weekly. Which means, what are you really paying? $240 a month, yeah? But not even really $240 a month because it's bi-weekly and 2 months of the year have 3 payments in it. So you're actually paying way more than it showed. Now they're going even crazier. Now they'll show this. $68. And then down here, weekly. Right? That's what they do. Do not be seduced by that low monthly payment. The last car I bought, they were offering us like $150 bi-weekly payment. So basically $300 a month, right? And I was seduced by the low monthly payment. I didn't bother doing the rest of the math. That car cost like the sticker price at the end of all our options was like 15 grand. And I paid something like 22 for it. And I never finished paying it off because my wife wrapped it around a telephone pole. But that's beside the point. Because I went for the low monthly payments, so I would have more money every month, I ended up paying an extra $7,000. That is ludicrous. Do not do that. Pay attention in math class. Okay? I don't care if you don't leave here not knowing how to if you leave here not knowing how to graph a parabola, but I do care if you leave here and get seduced by the low monthly price. Everybody understand? All right. Now, of course, many people have had lessons like this from teachers, professors, their parents, and still go out and screw up anyway. That's how our economy works. It's based on credit. It shouldn't be. Canadians owe more money than they make. If they make $1, the average Canadian now owes something like $1.13. So every dollar you make, you are actually losing 13 cents. The average Canadian. But that's okay, because a lot of Canadians still think that their retirement is going to be funded by a lottery winning. So, all right, everybody good? Okay, the next few pages, as you can see, page 208 and up to 214 is all practice. But be careful. There are some, not tricks, but it's not always the same thing. And there's some advice, is a better word for it, in the questions. See? It tells you what to do. Now, there's a couple of weird things because this came out of a different book. Please notice, like right there. Oh, shuzbutt! Please notice, like right there, it's italicized what to put in. And there's some good notes in here that we talked about but we never wrote down. Like this right here. The payments per year and the compounds per year are the same for a lump sum investment. Meaning, if I just put the money in and never do anything else with it. Right? So this question, if I drop 12 grand, this is one of those questions we did where Granny left us $12,000. We just drop it in an account. We're not making any more payments to it. This isn't saving. This is investing. Everybody understand? Right? We're not contributing to it again. Everybody cool? And then if you look down a few more questions, there's another one of those right here at example B. Oh, no, that's not a very good. Yeah, there's a good one. Example C. There we go. C is a good one. C is if you pay $100 at the beginning of every month. So you will notice I'm making payments of negative 100, but I'm making them 12 times a year, so they're different there. Everybody cool? So you guys try and work on these. We'll show you the right answers tomorrow because it's already 8:48, class over in 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll record them. Everybody cool? Okay. Please try to work together because I got to sort out this internet